Thanks for joining us for another installment of our video feature series, Explore the Riverbend. We're going to take you on a trip through the area's great natural attractions, explore our own urban legends, and highlight the small businesses that we visit day to day, and shed some light on the services that we might not otherwise think about. So come with us as we explore the Riverbend.
The love of motorcycles for me came in as an individual. My family of 5 brothers and sisters, and my mom and dad, had nothing to do with motorcycles, just me and my neighbor across the street. I started building go-karts and mini bikes at the age of 10 years old. I know at 12, my father gave me a torque wrench for my birthday present. So yeah, I love the mechanics of motorcycles. Anything with motors, wheels, and gears, I still love today. That's at my heart. What I always have enjoyed about riding is not only the freedom, but to me, the power. The power that you're sitting on a live motor, the power going to the rear wheels, you're on 2. I've always enjoyed multi-cylinder engines. The size of the motors, the smaller the motor, the better I like it. Of course, now with the Harleys getting to be pretty big, I really enjoy that. I can appreciate a big motor. For me, riding is not as important as the business. I enjoy the motorcycle business. When you own something, your hobby becomes your business. It's no longer a hobby, it's a business. I still get goose pimples walking into the door and looking. I look at what we have for sale. I look at the walls and I get goose pimples of all the accessories we have and what we had to offer and how the bikes are built, and they're getting better every year, and it gives me goose pimples. And I know that if I ever would lose the goose pimples like I have right now, I need to quit. To find the right motorcycle for the rider is a huge gratification. You have to ask the questions of what type of riding he's going to do. You got to sit him on different units because you may be vertically challenged or long arms or whatever. So you got to find the right unit to fit his needs. And you have to ask questions of what type of riding he's going to do, how often you're going to be riding. Are you going to be riding a passenger or not a passenger? Well, sometimes I will, but most of the time I won't. All those questions are important. And then to find the right motorcycles that fits their needs, that fits them physically, which is also just as important, and to see the smile on their face, you've done them such a justice. Not to take the time and to do the shortcuts and just to get them sold on anything is an injustice that you should never do. You have to fit the person on the motorcycle, and that makes them happy, us happy, and they come back for more. And really, I don't know how you could sell a motorcycle before fitting them on the proper motorcycle. The business has definitely changed. I have ran this dealership by the seat of my pants for years. I've been very fortunate, my son Kyle, to come on. He is like the most digital tech guy nerd you ever want to meet.
I mean, I was born in motorcycles. Really, my dad was a district manager as early as I can remember. So, I mean, there's always been a Harley at my house. In 1997, I got my first dirt bike. So I've been riding it since then. I enjoy the freedom of riding it because when you get in a car, it's usually you're going from point A to point B, and when you're on a bike, it's not like that. You can just take off with no destination in mind, just ride. So I think it's pretty cool. And then you meet up with your friends, and you just have a blast, really doing nothing. You know, it's not like you have a end goal in mind. It's just all about the actual ride. I love the challenge of my job because it's always all the dealers are always adapting to each other, so it's never staying constant. So when I first got here, no one was really advertising on Google. So I started doing that. We had this temporary competitive advantage, and then the following year, everyone caught on, and we had to do other things. We always have to find new ways to reach our customers. At SIUE, get my undergrad, we always talked about Harley-Davidson. It was always brought up. And I guess I never realized beforehand just how great of a brand it is to work for and how many companies try to be like it. Because before, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. And then when I was in college, it just kind of just made me realize this opportunity I had right in front of me and how great it is and how great of a brand Harley is, Honda is, Can-Am. And it's just, we sell amazing products that people just love. It's great because you could work probably for 100 other companies and you're not going to see customers walk in with that company's logo tattooed on their shoulder like I do. I mean, people live and breathe Harley-Davidson. So I remember one time I was in a parking lot and I look over and the car next to me has this giant memorial sticker on it. And it had a bar and shield on it, a Harley-Davidson bar and shield with the guy's name in it. You know, his date of birth and the time he died. And I think for someone to care about Harley-Davidson that much that his memorial sticker has the Harley-Davidson logo in it, I mean, that's really special. You're not going to see any other company like that.
People, you know, there's a T-shirt with Harley-Davidson, and it's an old T-shirt, came up for R.K. Stratman, who's the largest T-shirt printer. If I have to explain, you never would understand. That's Harley-Davidson. If you don't understand the brotherhood and the love of Harley-Davidson, the brotherhood of the riders, if you don't understand that, I can't explain it to you. It is a brotherhood that's unbreakable, closer than anything out there. The fellow, you go riding down the road, you pass another Harley rider, we're always going to give you the hand, and a good hand. And that's something that you don't see with anybody. You don't see Ford dealers, Chevrolet dealers, Honda riders, Suzuki riders. Nobody does that. It's undescribable.
Ted started in 1966 in a very small, probably 300 square foot shop with him and his wife. Got drafted to Vietnam right after he opened and managed to stay open with the help of his wife and a very good friend. And now we've grown it to this size, and we're really proud of it. And when people come in that maybe have never even been in the building and then they do come in, they're just amazed at how big it is and how far it goes back. And it's kind of a little sleeping giant almost, that you don't really think it's this size until you enter the door and you're like blown away by the size of it. And we're proud of how it looks. It's a great department store for motorcycles. I'm really proud of the progress that we've made here. Ted's was a landmark before. It's a bigger landmark today. We have people that ride in from all over, even from all over the world, because people come into Chicago and they like to ride the Highway 66 highway, and they come right through here, and it's rewarding. I love living here. I love Alton and this area, and it's a great place to ride motorcycles. I mean, I think that's our biggest attraction for people to come over from St. Louis, is we've got the best places to ride, and you can get away from it all, and you can be out in the country and out in the cornfields or wherever where you don't get that luxury when you're over in St. Louis County. And we have the River Road here, and that is a beautiful ride. Well, year-round, really, but for motorcycling, it's a great ride. Where do you feel like you're on the ocean and you're in the Midwest, riding right down the side of it? It doesn't get better than that.
I just think it's an amazing thing what my dad did, you know, as a district manager, and then for him and my mom to take that risk coming from North Carolina, where they had a solid job, and come here to do that sweat equity. I mean, that just took some serious cojones. I mean, so they have my utmost respect, and they gave their children a great opportunity, and I'm just so happy they did that for us.
We hope you enjoyed this installment of Explore the Riverbend. Be sure to read the accompanying article for more information.